Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the We're Going 5 podcast powered by TSH Tennis. Novak Djokovic makes history in the Olympic capital. Learner Tien shows us how clutch he is in Metz. Elena Rybakina reminding everyone how incredibly amazing of a player she is. Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner fighting for the world #1 throne. ATP Finals upon us. All that and so much more. But Smail, Haroon, we have to talk because for the first time in the We're Going 5 podcast history, one of the champions of the week is the one, the only, the GOAT. Novak Djokovic takes down Lorenzo Musetti in an epic 3-hour, 3-set thriller to win the family tournament, the ATP 250 in Athens. Smail for his 101st title of the season, for his 72nd hardcourt title to surpass Roger. Your thoughts on Novak and what he just did this week?
It was an incredible match today. You know, the level of this tournament did not look like we were going to get such a quality final, you know, and with his earlier, wins against Borges and Humphrey, I didn't think that he's going to be capable of raising his level this much. And Musetti played incredible today. This was an absolute blockbuster of a final. The rallies were brutal. They were both huffing and puffing after many of those rallies. And that final set was just absolutely glorious. This was peak tennis, of the highest order, drama of the highest order.
Djokovic had five breaks of serve, Smail, in that final set to now decide.
Amazing. And each break was absolutely earned. Djokovic had to earn that break. He went up 3-1 in that final set. Musetti, in an absolutely amazing way at 3-2, broke back to 3-all after having many break points. And then Djokovic broke back right away. He was up 4-3, and then 5-3, and then 5-4, and he was serving for the match.
Yeah.
You're like,
for the tournament.
Novak for the title. He has it on lockdown. His family's there. Djokovic is built for these moments. Somehow Musetti broke back. He broke him back for 5-all. I'm like, Musetti back in the driver's seat. He's going to break the curse of finals for him. And then Novak breaks him again. Yeah. What's going on? And these breaks were happening in brutal games with multiple deuce advantage and break points. Finally, Novak secures it. And lo and behold, that 6-5 and he's serving for the title. He didn't flinch. This time. It was unbelievable. I just loved the quality of this match. And it was 3 hours of brutal rallies. They were both amazing from the back today. Unbelievable creativity from both players to defend and turn into attack. Serve and volleys galore in critical moments. But Djokovic just showed he still got it. The ace is still up his sleeve. He's still the man to beat in the big moments. Yeah. He's the guy.
Yeah, it was absolutely sensational. Haroon, what did you think of this?
It's unbelievable. By the way, like the conditions in Athens, like the ball wasn't really bouncing so high. It was skidding off the ground. So like players were talking about that it kind of feels like grass, that it wasn't really bouncing, which maybe you think that favors Novak actually because he's the king, one of the kings of grass. But an amazing match, like 144th tour level final, unbelievable, insane. Now he's winning 101 titles on the ATP level, unbelievable. Like this guy is really the greatest of all time. He's breaking records left and right. He's writing history as he continues to play tennis, unbelievable. And by the way, that match, it was really brutal. Like Musetti, I always feel like Musetti's so annoying. Like he plays so well. I don't feel like he tenses up. I don't feel like he shies away from the moment. I don't feel like he feels or is intimidated by Novak. And that's why sometimes, although he has a very good record against Musetti, but still I feel like Novak gets annoyed and Musetti finds a way to gets under his skin. But still, like Musetti was playing great. Musetti was hitting some amazing passing shots. The backhand sometimes was going so well. Like the cross-court passing shots where he flicks his wrist. The Musetti was doing some damage there, good. But Novak was serving amazingly. He was serving great. They both served really nicely, but Novak is unbelievable. Like just how it showed how passionate he was and how much this was an absolute battle. He had to go for another celebratory ripping of the shirt in the end. that was so great. But yeah, winning in front of his new home, like his new home crowd. The crowd was going for it. Every time he asked for the crowd, they were going with him. It was really nice to see. Nice to see that Novak is winning again. He passed his block of not able to reach a final this year, always having to stop at the semi-final. He stopped by Sinner multiple times, stopped by Vachereau. And so it's great by Novak. Love to see it. And sad that he's unable to compete in the ATP Finals because this was an unbelievable level.
You know, after watching Novak this week, and you can see because I know maybe in the beginning he didn't play the tough guys, but Nuno Borčić, by the way, he's been having a breakout season, so that's a great win. Huntsman can be dangerous. He
gave him some problems in Shanghai.
He gave him problems in Shanghai. He took care of him convincingly this time. And then you go up against Lorenzo Musetti, who is a top 10 player, a guy who's fighting for a spot in the ATP Finals, right? And you're able to beat him in this way in 3 hours. You're supposed to lose. You are 38 years old, Novak. You're supposed to lose when it comes to a marathon match. You're not supposed to win. Why is Musetti on his knees, or like his hands on his knees and out of breath, and you are too? Like, that just shows what Novak Djokovic is capable of. And then nobody outside Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner have been able to beat this man consistently. Nobody. One off here, one off there. So Novak Djokovic at 38 years of age, still able to do what he's been doing, really is sensational. And the fact that he goes and makes history along with it and becomes the oldest champion we've had in ATP Tour history, 38 years and 5 months, he continues to rewrite the history books. It is an absolute privilege to watch him play. And there is no way in my mind I watch him play tennis and I'm like, ooh, it's time to retire. That I don't know why people are saying it. I don't understand it. And I don't want to hear it. And he shouldn't be hearing it either. Because if he's making it to the semifinal of every Grand Slam and he's able to win multiple titles within a season, and if he played the ATP Finals, he would be fighting for a top 3 spot, and you're saying retire? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Novak Djokovic should not go anywhere, and I believe he knows he shouldn't go anywhere. And I love this title for him to end the season on a high, to end the season rather healthy. I know maybe he's saying he has a shoulder injury, but this is an amazing end to the season for him. He had a spectacular season, and we're going to come back and look at this in at 38 years of age to do what he did. We're going to come back and remember this and say, how in the world did he do this? It's iconic. It's historic. It's absolutely special. And I do not want anyone to gloss over how amazing this season was and this run and this end to the season was for Novak.
It was amazing. And also just today, he reminds us why he's one of, if not the greatest fighter of all time. Rafa has a case to be made there. But after that 3-1, when he went up 3-1, and then he got broken back in a super long game at 2-3, at 3-2, I'm like, he looks completely gassed. Like, I don't know how much is left in that gas tank.
It reminds us of what happened in Shanghai, and then I'm like, okay, that's what happened in the U.S. Open, what happened in Wimbledon. Like, this is when the body breaks down.
Yeah, the body gave up.
He didn't allow it, did he?
No, he didn't allow it. The body gave up on him. I'm like, Musetti's going to absolutely take control. He looked fresh. Yeah. He was jumping around. Musetti does those hops before the serve, and he looks like he could keep going all day. And he broke back the next game. Yeah. He got broken at an super long game, and he broke back the next game. I thought he was absolutely done with his energy level. In fact, he broke back from 40-love down at 3-all. Yeah. I thought he was over, but this is the fight, the mentality that he's able to show, and I can't wait for him to take this off season, to recover, get fully healthy, and retool, because I think he's still going to have something to say about the slams next year, starting with Australia. Like, this level, this fight, when Novak is locked in and he has that level of motivation and desire and fight, yes, he can still beat Alcaraz and Sinner. It's just, is he in that space? Because it's been a mental issue, in my opinion, as much as a physical issue this year. And if he has the mental down and he's healthy enough, he can fight, man. He can fight with Alcaraz and Sinner.
I'm not ready to go there because best of 5 sets of this is him after best of 3, the best of 5. Like, I actually wish he played the ATP Finals because he was going to be in Carlos Alcaraz's group, Harun, and we wanted to talk about what was going to happen there. And I'm like, if actually Novak goes, he might have a chance to win this group. He decided not to. But it was really cool, by the way, because I think we know the exact moment Novak told Musetti that he's not going to the ATP Finals, because Lorenzo Musetti just lost another heartbreaking final. He's been trying to win a title all year long, been so close, hasn't been able to do it.
Six losses at an ATP Tour final level.
Yeah, Harun, not only that, he doesn't get his chance to play in the ATP Finals, even though we saw what he did, the way he came back against Wawrinka from 5-4 down in the final set, came back against Sebastian Korda, the final match point down, and then here he was, and he had this chance, and he wasn't able to close out, and you would think he's heartbroken. But then when Novak shook his hand, he was smiling, and he was laughing. I'm like, I think Novak told him, and then we found out, well, maybe, I'm guessing, but we're speculating, but Novak pulls out. Musetti is going to the ATP Finals. And I'm guessing maybe that was the moment he told him, like, hey, Lorenzo, I'm not going, so you're the one that's going to be going, my friend.
Maybe. That'll be cool.
I guess it's a silver lining in a way for Lorenzo, who had, as we talked about last week, just an amazing season. And can I just say, Smiley, because you talked about how Musetti hopping around before his serve, he's one of the fittest and the best. We know he's one of the, but he is one of, if not the best mover on tour.
He's a great mover.
The way he moves, the way he's able to side, can come front, his ability to hit on the run, those passing shots.
He's so talented.
Second to none.
Forehand and backhand, by the way. Forehand
and backhand, Harun. It really is insane because, and also that one-handed backhand when he's going and like he's like 30 meters away from where the other player is on the court, and you're like, okay, the entire court's open. There's no way he's going to do anything. But he somehow, some way finds that short cross-court angle, and we saw him do it to Novak, and we saw
multiple times. And Novak was frustrated when he did it.
Yeah, he had so many victims all season long. But Lorenzo Musetti, like you said, Smiley, he deserves to be in the ATP Finals, and it's a shame that Novak had to withdraw for it to happen. But the fact that we're going to see him in Torino next week, actually this week, I think it's so well deserved.
Yeah, and about his moving, though, ability. He's a great mover, and you're saying one of the fittest. He was not one of the fittest a couple of years ago. Yeah. This is actually his hard work. Yeah. He's reaping those rewards. Musetti's body was breaking down. He had so many retirements, especially 2-3+ years ago.
This year, actually, this year.
I don't know if I would say it's because of injuries.
Well, his body was...
Remember against Novak, I think he withdrew. He said, because I couldn't win a point anymore.
Yeah, well, that was different. I think that was one of the unique scenarios. But I think in general, his body was breaking down. Yeah. And that's a testament of his level of fitness. And this year, I think he's shown he's a much more fit player. And he's an excellent mover. And I love the point you made about the moving, the forehand on the run, and Harun, as you mentioned too, the backhand on the run. They're both exquisite. And this is what you need to do now at the top of the game if you want to compete with Yannick and Alcaraz. Because Yannick and Carlos, you have no safety on the corners. They can hit winners running from the forehand and running from the backhand. Djokovic was the best ever at hitting winners on the backhand side. But I think Yannick and Carlos especially have shown that running forehand winners. Federer also, and Rafa, they did it too, like all the big three. But
the king.
Rafa's the king maybe of the running forehand winner. But, Alcaraz and Yannick definitely kings of hitting winners out of the corners. And Musetti showing he has that ability now too. Like he's looking like he's a problem. And I think Musetti probably the best at finding backhand angles on the run. How many times did he do this tournament and all year? He might be the best at finding backhand angles on the run. It might be him. The next best might be Tien. We can talk about Tien shortly, but Learner Tien, oh my God, with his backhand angles. Oh my God.
But guys, we want to pay tribute again here because Novak just broke another record, having the most hardcore titles in the history. He broke Roger's record. Like, hats off to that. That is a monumental record there that he has now, and he's a champion there. Guys, this is unbelievable. Again, the GOAT. That's why he's an MVP. That's why he's a GOAT. The GOAT. Unbelievable record.
No, he's breaking every single time he steps on the court. He's breaking a record some way, somehow. But I just love this tournament for Novak because I think of all the frustration and he wasn't able to win tournaments. And if this was a win against like when he beat Alex Molchan in the Belgrade Open a few years ago. It was in front of the family and everything. But to be able to beat someone like Lorenzo Musetti, who is a worthy opponent and a person that's going to play the ATP Finals, and to do it in that fashion in front of his entire family, and it meant so much to him. And I love that that's how he ends his season. And, you know, when it went to a final set and he pulled it off, I'm like, yeah, this is the best way to end the season. You're going to go to the ATP Finals and see, God knows how that goes. But to end it this way with his family all around him and to win it that way against Lorenzo Musetti, it was the right end to his 2020.
And then go home. You know? And then go home. And then go home.
He's going to go.
No need to travel or anything. And then just go home, enjoy a nice dinner and have a nice bath. And then just... start vacation now.
Because the turnaround is so brutal. Like, if you have to turn around. Like, for Musetti, he's a young guy and he's going to Italy, which is his home crowd for him. So he's definitely happy to play in front of the home fans. But for Novak to do that quick turnaround, I think it would have been also unfriendly to his body.
Yeah. But guys, as much as we talked about Novak and that amazing week that he had, Lorenzo Musetti, bittersweet ending in the end. But then obviously elation when Novak tells him he's not going. But in Riyadh, guys, Elena Rybakina just showed us a week for the ages. The way she was able to take down everyone and win the WTA Finals in Riyadh, lifting the biggest title she's lifted since that, Wimbledon? Or I don't even remember when she won a big tournament like this.
It's her third title of the year. It's third title of 2025. So she has lifted a few titles this year.
That's great. But very few are big as this, and especially the bank that she decided to take. She's going home with $5.5 million. This is the biggest bag ever in a tennis tournament. Official tennis tournament, of course, because we know what happens in the Six Kings Slam.
Yeah, the bag
and what Yannick Sinner does every year. 5.2 million. TSH Jimmy's reminding me for my mistake. 5.2 million, the biggest bag still, by the way, in tennis history. We had the 5 million of the US Open. Elena Rybakina went home with a bag, Smile Haroun, but let me come to you because Elena Rybakina is a woman that you always praise and you love to sing her praises whenever you can. She takes down Sabalenka in an epic final. I think dominant win. The Aryna Sabalenka was the tiebreak queen, and she was able to down her in convincing fashion in that final tiebreak.
She swept it. She swept it.
7-love, Haroun. 7-love to win it, to crown, to take home the title. Your thoughts on Elena Rybakina, though?
Yeah, she like you said, she swept her in that tiebreak. She didn't give her a single point. Like Sabalenka not winning a single point in a tiebreak, like that's unbelievable. She was off the charts. It was pure masterclass. And this is this is the level we've been begging for. We've been begging for 40 years. Like since she had her breakout year where she won that Wimbledon tournament. Oh my God, like we wanted more of that because she has so much power. She moves so well. She's tall. She has a big serve, and she plays very well from the back. She has her ground strokes are very strong, and she also has a net game end of the slice. So she has an all-around complete game, and you wonder why can't this player be the number one player for many years consecutively? And then it's the inconsistency that she's...
Because there are other beasts.
Sure, but she is a beast.
On the tour.
Like, she is a beast herself. And you could argue that she is the biggest beast. And when she's on it, she's unbelievable. Like, she beat the number one and number two player, and she wound up winning the tournament. So in Indian Wells in 2023, she beat Iga and Sabalenka, and also in 2025, she beat Iga and Sabalenka as well. So in the WTA
only player in history to do that, Haroun. So that's a great stat.
It's crazy. Like today, that match against Sabalenka, she was outpacing her, and she was hitting with so much power. Like she first of all, her forehand was 8 miles per hour faster than Sabalenka's was, and her backhand was 11 miles per hour faster than Sabalenka's was as well. So both on the forehand and backhand side, it was crushing.
I don't know how that's possible. When we were watching today, we had all three matches in our office watching on screen, and we can see that I think Elena Rybakina was hitting harder than everyone playing today. Harder than Djokovic, Musetti,
it was so
Tien,
fast.
and Nori. She was absolutely crushing the ball.
Crushing.
We were wondering, is that Sinner? Are we watching Sinner?
Yeah.
The forehands were unreal. They're flying. These are absolute cannons. This is not normal. This is not normal. Sinner's not hitting this hard, is he? I don't know. It was unbelievable today.
Yeah.
With that level of consistency also.
She was seeing the ball like absolute watermelons, just crushing them.
And also serving amazingly. She's serving amazing and crushed. Like, the ball absolutely got destroyed. It got crushed.
R.I.P. the balls that were used today, Yusuf. That was not normal.
R.I.P.
That was not normal.
R.I.P. the ball today. She went undefeated. Guys, I'm going to leave it to you because I can go on a soliloquy more. Smail, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, number one, just unbelievable power from the forehand today. And she was also unbelievably clutch because if you remember at 4-5 down in that second set, she was down double set point. Essentially double break point, double set point. And she served her way out of that. She saved that game. She won 4 straight points unfazed, entirely unfazed. And then we go to the final set, the second set tiebreak. 7-love. 7-love to Aryna Sabalenka. That's something I've never seen in my life before happen with Sabalenka. And then the other thing that shocked me this tournament, she bageled Iga in the final set of the match. Those were unheard of things to happen. You told me before the tournament. So that was unbelievable from her. And this is just such a nice sign, Yusuf, for her as we go to next season.
You know, Haroon made some great points because Elena Rybakina is a player that is capable of being on the top of the world in tennis. And what we saw from her in Wimbledon, then remember what we saw from her against Sabalenka in that epic Australian Open final. And you're like, she deserves to be up there, right? But she had, obviously, she had struggles on and off the court, whether it's injuries, whether it's stuff with her coach and everything that happened there. But having her at her absolute best is something that tennis needs. Because now the women's tennis tour really is remarkable. Because Aryna Sabalenka is box office. Amanda Anisimova is box office. Iga Swiatek, we know, she's also box office. Add on to that Coco Gauff, Jessica Pegula, Elena Rybakina. Right now in the women's tour at the top of the top, we have superstars. And going into the 2025 season, every single one of them is capable of winning every single Grand Slam. And you know, it's not like men's tennis where you have only 2 guys right now that can win. You have 5 or 6 that absolutely, if they're on their game, they can win a slam. And I can't wait to see what the 2026 season looks like for the WTA Tour, because as it stands right now, it is more exciting than the ATP Tour in terms of the number of players that can compete at the top and, you know, everything that they can fight for. So can't wait to see what happens in 2026. This was an amazing end to the season that Rybakina was able to find her best form. Sabalenka's going to go back to the lab. Coco's going back to the lab. Iga's going back to the lab. Rybakina, Amanda, all of them. And come Australian Open 2026, guns blazing, it is going to be a sight to witness.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah,
absolute fire coming our way.
And also something else to mention about Elena Rybakina. Elena Rybakina is the first woman to hit 500 plus aces in a single season. The last person to do that was Karolina Pliskova in 2016. So she was absolutely launching it this year. So absolute serve clinic as well. And by the way, the matchup with Aryna Sabalenka, the last 6 times before going into this match of the final, it was Rybakina Sabalenka, like 1-1-1-1-1, and now Rybakina has the upper hand, now leading 4-3 in the matchup. So it's going to be exciting to see their next matchup come.
Yeah, because she just lost her in Wuhan. Actually, it was a straight set loss, and it didn't look like Rybakina had the game to compete with.
I love this rivalry, and dare I say, it might be the best rivalry we have in women's tennis.
One of the best. One of the best, for sure.
For sure. Well, guys, that was what happened in Riyadh. We saw what happened in Athens. But Smail, ready for this one? Because the man we are about to talk about deserves so much more love than he's been getting by tennis fans and the entire tennis world. Because Leonard Tien just won his first ATP 250 title in Metz, taking down an in-form Cam Norrie. And he deserves some respect on his name. He deserves some hype around everything he's doing. This young man had an incredible 2025 season, Smile, you had him winning this tournament.
Yes, I did.
He's had an amazing season. This is an epic way to cap it off for him. But Lerner Tien is the man who I feel we need to give a spotlight here and talk about him. And he earned his spot in everybody's discussion when it comes to tennis this week. Lerner Tien, Smail, outside the 120 top players at this time last year, inside the top 30, an ATP champion. And here he is, Smail, lifting his first title in the last tournament of the season. Your thoughts on your predicted champion, Lerner Tien?
Yusuf, I love this win for Lerner because I looked at the draw and I could tell that he was the most consistent player I saw in that draw. With all the amazing players that were in it, the number 1, 2, I thought Lerner Tien is the most promising champion from all the pool of players playing this tournament in Moselle, because he's just amazingly consistent. He is so savvy. He is so smart. He's so composed. He has everything you want from a tennis champion. And I've loved watching his growth from the beginning of this year, taking down Medvedev in Australia, to now an ATP 250 to wrap up the year. This is a perfect ending for him, and just an unbelievable gutsy win today, because he had every reason to pack it, because he was up 4-1 with double break point to go up 5-1 and potentially serve for the match and win it 6-1. Cameron Norrie absolutely catches fire, and he saves those 2 break points. He comes back and he breaks him in the next match, in the next game, holds to bring it back to 4-all, but has his own break points come up at 4-all. Lerner Tien survives those to 4-4-5. 5-all. And then we go into the final set tie break for all the marbles. Cameron Norrie catches fire again. 5-1 up. 5-1 up with multiple mini breaks on his serve. It's on his racket now. And Lerner Tien saves a point on his serve, on Cameron's serve. So now it's 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 5-all. Takes a championship point at 5-6. Cameron Norrie gutsy returns 6-all, and then Lerner Tien snatches the championship away, wins it 8-6, and he's so clutch. He's just so clutch. I can't believe how fit he is and how an amazing of a mover he is already at 19 years of age. I just trust him in the big moments. How many of these grueling battles does he win? My new nickname for Lerner Tien is Lerner the Burner Tien. He's going to make you burn. He's going to make you work. He's going to make you earn every single point. Nothing is for free against Lerner Tien. You're going to have to earn it. He's going to move you side to side. He's going to bring you front to back. He's going to make you hit in zones that you're not comfortable in. He's going to come to the net. He's going to come up with a drop shot when he has to. He can do it all. I don't even know where he can improve. He needs to just be stronger so he can match Sinner and Alcaraz. And his serve to be a little bit faster, like you said. This guy has it all. He's legit. Lerner Tien is absolutely legit. He's a clutch player. He's so smart. He's so savvy. He plays like he's 50, but he's in the body of a 19-year-old. He knows exactly what he has to do on the court. He's that savvy tactically. I love it. I can't say enough. I've loved his growth. I've loved it. He's a champion, and he's so fun to watch. I don't understand why not more people love him. I love watching Lerner Tien. If you're a hardcore tennis fan, you must watch Lerner Tien. If you're a young tennis player, you must watch Lerner Tien and learn from him how he's absolutely able to win these tough battles.
Well, Arun, Smile clearly loves Lerner Tien. And I think it's deserved love. What were your thoughts on the only, the 19-year-old?
I completely share the same sentiment. He's an absolute baller. He is Smile loves calling some people some alphas. He is an alpha. Like, he is a really strong, confident player. He's a young player, but he's so mature and he's so poised. Like, he has a lot of aura, by the way. Maybe he didn't take the same spotlight because of Wow Joao. Rightfully so. Wow Joao came out with a bang, and he won the next gen ATP Finals last year as well. So he deserved that hype at the time. However, Lerner Tien also deserves a lot of hype because he also owns Cameron Norrie. So the last 3 times they played, he's now building a winning streak against Cameron Norrie, who's a former semifinalist, former ATP Finals player, and this is a guy that is still 19 years old, and he's joins, by the way, Joao as the second teenager this year to reach multiple tour level finals at the ATP level. So also he is matching Joao's level, so he deserves also the hype. They're not the same game, but he's a very he's a player that he doesn't really hit so hard because he doesn't have a big serve, but he controls it. He has a lot of nice angles. He plays a lot of deep balls, and he also he's a great mover, like you said, Smail, and he has a lot of endurance. So he plays very long rallies, and he's a grinder. He's a really tough player.
Such a grinder. Such a grinder. And Haroon, I don't know if anyone finds the angles better than Lerner. Off the backhand side, I really think he might be second to none. Yeah. His backhand, that lefty backhand angle that he's able to come up with, so nasty. Nasty.
If he learns to play learns to build that flat serve with some power, then you're gonna see how decisive and how quickly and how precise his strokes are. By the way, he's also the first teenager to win an ATP Tour level title since Andy Roddick. So first American teenager since Andy Roddick as well. So that's also another milestone that he's adding to his resume, and unbelievable, man. I guess five top 10 wins this year. The guy is a really big time baller.
He's a phenom.
No, he is a phenom. And, you know, because when we go back to the beginning of the season, you guys were like, was it after the Australian Open? This guy, Fonseca beat Rublev, he beat Medvedev. And I kept screaming from the top of my lungs, Lerner Tien's win was more impressive. Can somebody please hear me? Because it was. And you guys were on the Joao Fonseca train, and Smiley are the holy glazed man when it comes to Fonseca.
He's just awesome. But
I was
it
was awesome.
Well, by the way, all of these next gen guys, we have to glaze equally. Like they're all deserve a lot of glaze.
But like his season has been incredible. Like he's had so many wins. You're saying he has aura. I think he needs to do something. Like because his tennis, like it speaks volumes. But I'm like, let's flip that hat to the back, maybe. Let's maybe wear a cut. Let's maybe in like a sleeveless shirt. Let's do something. Like I would like because his tennis deserves
blue
to be
hair.
talked about.
Go full blue hair.
Go blue hair. Do something. Do mohawk. Let's go mohawk, old school style. But like Lerner Tien, from a tennis standpoint, is up there with the best of the best.
He's a businessman.
But that's the thing. I don't want
he takes care of business.
I don't want Nikolai Davydenko businessman style here. Okay, Nikolai Davydenko is one of the best players of his generation, and he was in the best generation of tennis. But very few people probably know him as well as we do, and because he just went to work, right? I don't want Lerner Tien to go to work. I want you to beat these guys. I want you to make statements. I want you.
But the thing is, he is.
I'm saying from not from
Lerner
a tennis
Tien is
standpoint.
beating your favorite player on any given Tuesday.
I'm not talking from a tennis standpoint. This is not tennis because the tennis, as I said, it speaks volumes. I want something else. Give him cooler outfits instead of this black T-shirt, purple short that I've been seeing for the past 7 months.
He's been wearing it all year.
And let's change that. And don't give me a pink T-shirt and white shorts. Like give me something different from Lerner Tien. He deserves to be different. I think they need to market him that way. And he's a cool character whenever he speaks, by the way. So Lerner Tien, I can't add more to what you guys said from a tennis standpoint, but I can say as a superstar that he is on the tennis court, let's add everything around it to make him into the superstar he deserves to be as a whole. You know, that's just my thing that I feel like that's the way to make Lerner Tien. Give Lerner Tien love. Like as tennis hardcore fans, we give him love. But I think to be seen by the more casuals, there needs to be something extra.
Sure, but for me, Tien is an absolute alpha. I love the point you mentioned, Haroon. He doesn't fear no one. No. Tien fears no one. No. There's only 2 people on tour outside of the big 3 right now that we have, the Sinner, Alcaraz, Djokovic big 3. There's 2 people on tour who I genuinely feel that they fear no one. Yeah. And it's Joao Fonseca and it's Lerner the Burner Tien.
then quick question. Then
so wait, so
one second. On the top of your head, who had a better season, Lerner Tien or Joao Fonseca?
They both had incredible seasons. Yeah. But for me, it's Joao just a tad because he has 2 titles, the ATP 500 title and the ATP 250 title. And he had amazing wins at the slams that absolutely pummeling some of top seeds.
So did Lerner. But Haroon, ATP 500 final for Lerner Tien. Unfortunately, he had to play Tien. He had to play Sinner. Fonseca had to play ADF. Then who had a better season on the top of your head?
To be honest, like I have to go with Lerner Tien. Lerner Tien's body work the entire year, more consistent. He's beat better players more consistently, and yeah, he was that close to also having an ATP 500 level tournament as well. But since the beginning of the year to the end of the year, he started strong. He's been consistent. Impressive with beating Medvedev multiple times, like giving
him nightmares.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost sending him to retirement.
Exactly.
He almost sent him to retirement.
Yeah, to me too, Haroon. I think Lerner Tien had a better season, taking down Medi in the Australian Open, turning the fact that you said exactly something that he has nightmares. Beat Sasha, made all the way to an ATP 500 final, made to round 4. And
asterisk on Sasha also because Sasha was just injured. So let me just also be fair to Sasha
or
about
food
that.
or poisoning.
I don't think he was injured in that when he beat him. I think he was just fatigued from what happened in the Australian Open.
I mean, I'm just adding like.
But still, by the way, like you have to give credit to Sasha. Sasha on any given day, Sasha 60% is still an amazing.
No, I don't take anything away. I don't take anything away. I'm just saying, but also the way Fonseca pummeled Rublev in front of the entire international tennis audience world, that was unbelievable. And then he pummeled Hurkacz in the French Open as well. Hurkacz just was in the final in the Geneva Open, and Novak Djokovic needed the final set to take him down.
Tiebreak even.
Final set tiebreak to take him down. So also those are huge wins, other than the wins that he was taking against Humbert and other wins that he had against,
Tsitsipas in the Davis Cup.
Fonseca beat Lerner Tien this year.
Hold on, sorry.
Lerner Tien is undefeated against Fonseca's undefeated against Lerner Tien. So just, I add that for context. But and he meet Menchik in the next gen finals.
Okay. I opened the can of worms. I'll close that lid back up. But the fact
that not take away any of my love for Lerner Tien. Yeah. These are my two favorite players.
Nothing can take away.
My two favorite players right now watching.
No love can be taken away after that soliloquy that you had in the beginning there. So obviously you gave love to him. But what we can say is Lerner Tien, Joao Fonseca, both teenagers. We have two guys who are coming for the best of the best in the coming years.
They're coming fast. They're coming fast. You better not blink. You might miss it. They are coming fast.
I don't think we're going to miss it because.
By the way, we have like the next gen is actually stacked. Like we have Artur Fils.
Biggest winner of the week, next gen, by the way.
If they go.
Jakub Menchik winning a Masters. Joao Fonseca into the top 30 doing everything that you say did. Lerner Tien, same exact thing. How about that? Impromptu biggest winner in next gen finals.
Next gen finals, if they go to the next gen finals, and I think they should, it's going to be amazing. It might be more competitive than the ATP Finals.
It's gonna be the first time where the tournament is actually fun to watch. Like
last year was fun, Haroon.
Last year was fun, but there wasn't a lot of storylines there. You didn't know a lot of the players. They were still up and coming. They didn't really form.
Who was the final? Who was the final of last year's next gen finals?
Lerner Tien versus Joao Fonseca.
Yeah. That baby was spicy.
The people that pick, I actually don't know how the next gen players are picked.
They're the top young players.
The top young players under a certain age, but like Luca Van Asch is there for the 5th time. I have no idea how this thing works. Like he's this Van Wilder thing that he's doing where he's always playing the next gen finals. So Joao Fonseca, sometimes guys shouldn't be there. Lerner Tien, I honestly didn't know Lerner Tien was going to be this good.
I wasn't familiar with your game.
I was not familiar with Lerner Tien's game.
Exactly.
And, boy has aura.
And
legit aura.
But guys, I also want to give credit to Michael Cheng. That his coach added to he joined Lerner Tien's team in August, and this is an absolute legend. Former number 2 in the world and won 7 ATP Masters 1000 titles. Also won RG. This is an absolute legend that's joining Lerner Tien. So. Looks like they're going to do some damage. It's a great combo.
Michael Cheng was coaching Nishikori, wasn't he not?
He was coaching Nishikori.
So, this is some elite knowledge
Michael
going
Cheng
here.
Was a legend. I remember when we were young, we would watch on the VHS tape. So we'd watch Michael Cheng.
When you won that French Open with the underarm serve. Iconic.
And it really is nice because like you said, Haroon, Michael Cheng, it's a similar build. It's a similar type of player. He probably understands his psyche. Because going up against bigger guys like a Sampras, even Agassi's is bigger in comparison to him, and the Rafters and for the Pousses of the world back then. So he he understands what it's like to play at this stature. So he can give him actually the blueprint of how to.
Same culture, both American, also both Asian American.
Yeah,
so I think that a lot of that wealth of knowledge is probably easier transmitted to learner than it was to Kei Nishikori.
Yeah, it's a nice mix. Thank you, everyone, for bringing that one up. It really is it's a nice combo that we have there.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But guys, it's time for the event of the year. The ATP Finals is upon us.
Yeah.
Let's do a preview and let's break down each group.
Yeah.
And then I'll ask you, who do you got coming out of each group?
Yeah.
Let's start off with Group 1. Yusuf, we have Carlos Alcaraz and now Lorenzo Musetti coming instead of Novak Djokovic, Taylor Fritz, and Alex de Minaur. Your thoughts on this group?
This was an interesting group, a more interesting group when we had Novak in there, but Musetti's in there now. And the fact that this is happening, this change is happening after the draw was made, which means Musetti and Felix Auger-Aliassime are supposed to be the last people. So actually, I think this is great news for one player in this group, and that's Taylor Fritz. Because I think Taylor Fritz, after what we saw from him last year, remember in the ATP Finals, and for him to not have to face the man who was 12-0 or 11-0 against him, I think that's a big relief. Yeah. And obviously, Carlos Alcaraz, he does not want to face him. We just saw what happened to him in the Six Kings Slams when he faced him. So Taylor Fritz is a big winner before this event even starts with the Novak withdrawal.
Fair point. Good
but
point.
Lorenzo Musetti is coming off of momentum. Alex de Minaur, maybe not coming off momentum, but wanting to prove himself. Carlos Alcaraz, this is an open group, by the way. Indoor hard. Carlos Alcaraz, after what we saw from him in Paris, he looked flustered, looked all over the place against Cam Norrie. These are three guys going into it that are in much better form than Cam Norrie. So I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to have to say who comes out of this group. But I think this is a very, very competitive group, and I love all the matchups going in.
Yeah, well, Cam Norrie lit that puppy up in Moselle. Haroon, your thoughts on this group, though?
Puppy.
Yeah, absolute fire. Obviously, this is the best of the best, the creme de la creme. All of these are the best players we have on tour. So any mix and match of these groups is going to be absolute fire. However, you have here Taylor Fritz, who's feeling confident, former finalist last year. So he made it to finally lost to Sinner, but so he's probably feeling confident as well. But I think Alcaraz thinks that he's looking pretty well because he's gonna go in with a chip on his shoulder. He hasn't won there, so it feels like he has to win now. He's bound to break that barrier anytime now, which is unbelievable how he hasn't been able to go through. So Alcaraz is definitely gonna be feeling excited and feeling it's his time now. Fritz is also gonna be confident. Musetti's gonna feel also that that feeling where that bronze level feeling when you I can't explain it, but where he feels like he didn't get the chance to beat Djokovic, so he didn't get the chance to earn his spot into the ATP Finals, but he still got in there anyway, so he's feeling relieved and excited to be there, which maybe he's going to go play a little bit more free. He'll feel he has maybe nothing to lose. This is actually a free entry in a way, so maybe he's going to play loose and going to show some amazing level because he's been playing really great. The mental toughness that he showed where he had to win consecutive matches, even though he was down a match point against Korda, down against Wawrinka, and then he showed that he's able to bring a really great level on indoor hard. And de Minaur is definitely going to want to secure a win. He went winless last year, so he needs a win this year. So he's going to actually fight tooth and nail to win at least one match. So it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. Everybody has something to prove. Everybody has something on the line here. And dignity and egos are going to have to be soaring through the roof here.
Smiley, but your thoughts on this first group?
Well, I think the biggest winner is Musetti. He just landed in the perfect group for him. And that's because he does not fear anyone in going into this group. And dare I say, including Alcaraz. He has won the last 3 matches. He's played against Fritz. Yeah. He has won the last 3 matches. He's played against de Minaur. And he has never faced Carlos Alcaraz on indoor hard. So he has no reason to fear him, even though he hasn't beaten him in the last 6 attempts. But he has no reason to fear Alcaraz on indoor hard. So this is actually the perfect landing spot for him. He's coming in with momentum. I hear Haroon's point about Alex de Minaur going in, searching for his first win. It's always tough going into the ATP Finals. The first time, it's so intimidating. We've seen players go winless in their first time before. I think we saw it happen to Casper, I think, in his first time.
Then he made the semifinals.
And then he rebounded and make the semifinals. So a lot of interesting storylines. And de Minaur and Fritz have a 5-5 head-to-head. I don't know who's going to win the next one. It's hard to say, and they're both good on indoor hard. So this group is completely up in the air. You might prefer Alcaraz because he's Carlos Alcaraz, but coming with his form,
I'm telling you,
it's a super open group. Super open group, and it's going to be so spicy. So every match, this one, let me make a prediction before we talk about who do you got coming out of this group. This one is going to come down to sets 1. I guarantee you this. This group will come down to sets 1.
Yeah.
All right, let's make some picks here. So, Yusuf, who do you got coming out of Group 1 of Carlos, Musetti, Taylor, and de Minaur?
Tough one. Very, very tough one. Let me say this. First off, Alex de Minaur is not going through. I am sorry to say that. It's a tough group. He's
disrespecting my boy team.
Then let me say Carlos Alcaraz is making it through.
You have him.
I have Carlitos in there. And then it comes down to Musetti and Taylor Fritz. And if there's anything I've seen, it's that Taylor Fritz can rise up to the occasion when he has to. So I am going to go with Carlos Alcaraz and Taylor Fritz making it out of this group and moving into the semifinals of the ATP Finals.
Wow. Okay, Haroon, who do you got?
I think I have the same thing. I think I have Alcaraz and Fritz coming out of this. Alcaraz has to win. Like he can't go winless again in the ATP Finals, so he has to come out of this group. Fritz also, somebody like Yusuf said, rise to the occasion. He loves his conditions. He's a great server, great mover. He's so consistent, mentally tough. So I think that, these are the guys coming out. I don't think Musetti. I think Musetti's going to make it interesting. Same with Demon, but I don't think they're coming out of the group.
I was leaning towards Demon Smite, but something tells me Fritz is the one that's going to do it.
Well, I also have Carlos as a lock because he needs year-end world #1, and we know he's clutch when it matters most. And I think Musetti is going to shock the world. I think he's going to get in there. I love his momentum. He's matured so much as a player. Yes, the Fritz match is going to tell us a lot. Yeah. But I think he beats de Minaur. I think he has the game to take Fritz out here. I think he has the momentum. Fritz, I think, dealing with a little bit of an injury as well going into the ATP Finals. So I've heard. So let's see. But I like Musetti going in. I just think he's going to show up and he's going to be clutch. I love the level he just showed against Novak today. So I got Carlos and Musetti moving to the next round.
I don't think the one-hander is going to do him any good with these guys.
I'd love to see that, though.
It would be nice. Let's see. Well, Group 2, Yusuf, is arguably more spicy than Group 1. We have Yannick, Sasha, Ben Shelton, and Felix Auger-Aliassime confirmed also today after Novak winning. In any case, he was going to go through because Novak withdrew. Yeah. But Yusuf, thoughts on this group?
First off, smart move by Felix. Actually, gutsy move by Felix Auger-Aliassime to decide to bet on Novak Djokovic to stop Lorenzo Musetti. But also, he was able to get a week of rest, instead of going to Metz and having to fight for an entire week. And the nerves, he decided to relax. And if I make it, I make it. Here he is, he's in. Ben Shelton, though, coming off an injury, right? We're not like he was able to find some of his form in Paris. I'm still not fully convinced that he's fully back. Sasha also ankle injury. So Yannick, by the way, just like even when he's playing at 70%, he beats everyone. So it's a fiery group, but everyone has issues except Felix Auger-Aliassime and Yannick Sinner, I think, going into this. I'm still conflicted on who I think will make it, but this is going to be I still think, by the way, Group 2 is going to be closer in terms of competition and who makes it out and who doesn't. But a very fun group also. Lots of fun matches. Felix Auger-Aliassime on fire. Yannick Sinner on fire. Sasha before Paris and getting that ankle injury on fire. Ben Shelton trying to find form. I don't know what I'm going to see, but this is a nice group, a fun group filled with lots of nice matches and guys who have weapons. All of them have weapons, and it's going to be fire to see.
Haroon, it's going to be super fire. What do you think about this group?
It's an absolute bloodbath. And by the way, all of them are sort of peaking, by the way, at this time. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Sinner is also kind of peaking. Felix Auger-Aliassime is
Shelton's
peaking. Zverev is also peaking in terms of his level right now, besides his injury, like Yusuf said, but he's been playing the best tennis we've seen all year right now. And Shelton coming back with an injury, but still, Shelton has been, like, he tried to, play a good match when he played Sinner in Paris. So everybody is playing really good tennis right now, and they all want to win, and they all are not going to give anything for free. And these guys are very tough competitors. Like, these guys do not give any point for free. So it's going to be an absolute bloodbath, and I have no idea who's going to come out of this group. But yeah,
we have to make some
picks
soon. I don't know. That's why. What do you think of this group?
I think it's going to be interesting to see how Shelton performs, because for me there's a question mark about him, but it looks like he's regaining his health. How's Sasha going to look after that brutal loss that we just saw also in Paris? He had regained a lot
to go back to see his doctor in Germany.
Yeah, after regaining so much confidence and then losing it, we want to see him at his best. So I'm so interested to see how those guys look from a health perspective. And well, Felix has been there before, right? So he knows also what's like to play on the stage. So he's actually the rookie in this group is Benny Boy Schultz. Yeah. So it's going to be, Benny Boy Schultz loves the stage. So I'm also interested to see how we should.
It's conflicting.
It's such a tough group. So let's get into it. Haroon, who's going to come out of this ATP Finals Group 2 of Sasha, Jannik Sinner, Ben Shelton, and Felix Auger-Aliassime?
Oh yeah, it's so tough. It's tougher than Group 1, by the way, for me to pick. But you definitely have Sinner as a lock. Like, Sinner, the absolute assassin, is coming out of there. The next one is really a coin toss. Like, you can really pick anybody, and they all almost have equal chances because they're fantastic players. I'm going with Sasha, though. I'm going with Sasha Zverev. I hope that his ankle is gonna heal, and I think he's gonna play unbelievable lights out tennis. And I think that this is nice that he has Sinner on his side. So, because everybody else on the other side of the group, I think he has great chances with. So, to avoid Sinner in the up into the final if he makes it through. So, I think that these are my picks: Sinner and Sasha.
Yusuf, it's a fiery group. Who do you have coming out?
So tough. It's so tough because Felix Auger. Oh my God, this is so tough. Then let me ease into it. Jannik Sinner makes it through. Let me get that one in the way. Then these other three, by the way, because the Sasha injury really plays a big role for me into how I make my pick. Then let me say this, okay? Out of these next three players, the person that rises up to the occasion most, that loves the big stage the most, that loves the spotlight the most, is none other than the American Ben Shelton.
Wow.
And I think he's going to shock us all. And Ben Shelton is going to make it through, along with Jannik Sinner, into the semifinals of the ATP Finals.
Wow, that is such a big, bold prediction.
I have a feeling.
Wow.
Even though he's not in form like the other guys.
Wow. Well, that's also a very gutsy pick because Benny Boy Schultz has never beaten Felix Auger-Aliassime. He's 0-1 against him.
0-1's not much.
He's 0-4 against Sasha, and he's 1-7 and 0-7 in his last 7 tries against Jannik. So he's going to have to do a big-time type of performance
I believe
to come through. But he's a clutch player.
He is a clutch player.
That's
my thing.
Let me say, for me, Jannik's a lock.
Yeah, let's do that.
And I think I like Felix as the second guy.
Yeah.
I like Felix as the second
guy.
I
like Felix as the second guy as well.
You know, I like Felix so much, I started to not like him. I'm like, whoa, I'm getting too comfortable with picking Felix.
I mean, also, Ben Shelton's a rookie on these conditions in the ATP Finals. Felix has been there before. He's beaten Shelton before. He's beaten Sasha the last 2 times. And he's played Jannik competitively the last couple of times too. So I have Jannik and Felix. I have Jannik and Felix. Felix coming fresh. I think it's going to be Jannik and Felix coming out of this group. But I hope we see some fire matches. And also, I think this one is going to come down to sets. I think it's going to come down to sets.
The picks are
games
tough, by the way. The picks are tough. We made our picks. Let us know who you guys have also going into the ATP Finals, semifinals. It's not easy, but we would love to know what you guys have to say about this. Who are you with? Are you on my side, Smile's side, or her own side? Let us know in the comments. But guys, as much as there's lots of interesting things going down, who's going to win the ATP Finals? You know what's still on the line? The throne for year-end world number 1.
That's even more interesting, I think, even than potentially the ATP Finals title. Weirdly and oddly enough.
You are right, Smile, because this is the biggest storyline going in. Carlos Alcaraz, the fact that after everything he did, it's not locked yet that he wins.
It's so wild.
The year-end world number 1. And Jannik Sinner with a 3-month suspension, he's still able to fight for this in the last tournament of the season. We said it's going to come down to the ATP Finals. It has come down to the ATP Finals.
Beautiful.
But the scenarios that we have, let's break them down because I think everyone is confused into how we were confused, which is why we want to clarify some things. So first up, the scenarios for Alcaraz to claim the world number 1 throne. And if I'm Carlos Alcaraz right now, what do I need to do? I need 450 points at this tournament. And in order for that to happen, regardless of what Jannik Sinner does, if I sweep the round robin matches,
win all your round robin matches.
If I win every single round robin match, it is a lock year-end world number 1 for Carlitos Charlie Alcaraz. And another option would be if I reach the final while winning only 2 matches and losing 1, that still is a lock for year-end world number 1. The other scenarios, Smile, for why Sinner would make it, though, if you can break them down for us.
Yeah, well, for Sinner to lock the year-end world number 1, he has to win the title at all costs. There is no
at
scenario.
Least win the title.
He has to at least win the title and then get some help from Carlitos.
Yeah.
But there's no scenario where he can end the year as world number 1 if he does not win the title. He must win the title no matter what.
Yeah.
And so he has to come guns blazing. And then here are the other scenarios. If Alcaraz wins 2 matches in Turin and he doesn't reach the final, Sinner has to go undefeated on his road to the title.
Not tough. It's not.
Which is not far-fetched for Carlitos.
Possible.
But for Sinner, for Jannik, not far-fetched for Sinner. But that's what we'd have to do. He'd have to absolutely be undefeated on the road to the title if Carlitos wins at least 2 matches.
Yeah.
If Carlitos only wins 1 round robin match,
Okay.
well, we know Sinner still has to win the title. And he has to win at least 2 of the round robin matches.
Okay.
Which is still...
So lose 1 match and win everything else.
Yeah, he can afford to lose 1 match
on
the way to the title. In the super unlikely scenario that Carlos loses all his round robin matches and wins none of his round robin matches, Sinner still has to win the title, but he only needs to win 1 round robin match.
So in a more relaxed way. He's more relaxed, by the way.
More relaxed.
Win it, but not dialed in as much.
Yeah, win it from coming second out of your group instead of first. But there's no world where he gets year-end world number 1 without winning the title. And if he wants to give himself the best chance, he has to go undefeated to win the title, because it's highly likely Carlitos gets at least 2 wins, I think, on the way.
This is coming down to the wire. This might come down to the last match. I have no idea. It's so tough to predict. But
so
Carlos Alcaraz has a chance, a bigger chance. Jannik Sinner has a chance, but not that small. So I guess
it's in Carlitos' hands. Carlitos has full control.
Yeah.
Jannik, the ball is not in his court.
Yeah.
He has to win the title, and it might not be enough. Carlitos can destroy Sinner's hopes by taking care of business on his side. Yeah. And that means that every single one of these ATP Finals matches is so important and so juicy. Yeah. I can't remember in my lifetime a juicier ATP Finals, Yusuf.
Yeah, the fact that it's coming down to this, and I think, Jannik wants it because he decided to, after he went, go play Vienna, then go play Paris. He's pushing his body to the absolute limit, and he's skipping the Davis Cup, which means he wants this. Yeah. He wants this one bad. Well, let's make some predictions then. Harun. Year-end world number 1 on the line, the throne, the person to call themselves the king of the ATP Tour in 2025 comes down to Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner in the ATP Finals. So who do you have as the year-end world number 1 of the 2025 season?
It's the carrot. It's the fox. It's the Italian assassin.
Wow.
It's Yannick Sinner. Yannick Sinner is going to go guns blazing. This is going to be a cakewalk for him. He's going to do this.
Wow.
And although he has to pray for Alcaraz to fail, Alcaraz will fail.
Wow.
Sway, do you agree?
Yusuf, if there's anything I know about Carlitos Alcaraz, is this man is built for the moment. He does not fear anyone or expectation at all, and he will take care of business in the round robin. I think he will sweep his round robin matches and lock this puppy and end it before it gets any trickier than that. I think he will lock it, Yusuf, by the end of the round robin.
Sway, but when Sinner had the suspension, he had that world number 1 in sight. He said the pressure got to me, and I wasn't able to close it down, and I wasn't able to become world number 1 when everyone thought I should. But you know, it's tough. It's a tough one because not only does this require for Yannick Sinner to win the entire thing, it requires Carlos Alcaraz to fail drastically. And
Not drastically.
No.
All he has to do is get taken
Carlos
out.
Alcaraz not advancing to the semifinals in this form would be a drastic failure.
Wouldn't be enough, though, because he has to get to the final to completely rule it out for Yannick. Either sweep round robin or get to the final.
Nope, I'm sticking with it. Carlos Alcaraz will end the 2025 season as world number 1 because he was the best player from the first month to the last month when we take it all together, the body of work. He's going to be able to close this one out. Yannick Sinner is going to be this close, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen. And Carlos Alcaraz will be lifting that ATP World number 1 trophy at the end of the season for the second time.
Smiley, you said Alcaraz?
I said Alcaraz, yeah.
It's going to be spicy.
I was going to go Sinner Haroon, but then I'm like, it doesn't only require Sinner. I can't see Carlos failing
You have
badly.
to see him losing a match and then losing in the semi.
So he has to lose 2 matches this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't think so.
Fritz can beat him, and then Sasha
by
can
the way,
beat him.
it's not like it's
Sasha,
not a lock.
He just crushed
Like
Fritz
Yannick's
last time he
chances
played.
are actually better than I imagined after thinking of it like clearly. I think Yannick has a good chance.
No, it's live. It's live.
No.
It's absolutely up in the air. It's
1000%.
really up in the air. And if the pressure affects... Well, the pressure could also affect Yannick, though. It's not only could affect Alcaraz.
But you know, he
No,
says the
I
pressure
don't think
gets
that
to me.
exists.
The pressure
That
gets to
doesn't
me, and I
exist.
can feel the pressure. Here I am winning another Grand Slam. Here I am winning the ATP Finals. Here I am winning the Davis Cup. The pressure was so much, man. I couldn't take it, but I was able to go on a 20-match win streak. So pressure is different for when it comes to Yannick Sinner.
No, he's a
But,
psycho,
yeah.
Smiley. He's a psycho. He doesn't. There's nothing. He doesn't feel pressure because he doesn't know how to feel the same things that we humans feel. He's on a completely different level.
Yeah. Yeah, but special stuff coming. Guys, let us know who you think is going to end as world number 1. Lots of fun predictions this week. Make them for us in the comments. We'd love to see what you guys have to say.
It's going to be fun. So
Yeah.
fun.
All right, guys, dudes. Cool dude moment of the week. We had a few cool ones.
Oh my God, so much energy in this return. I love it for my story, Rog. Oh my God.
Smile, take it away. What was yours?
Well, if you remember at the beginning of the year, Darren Cahill in the coverage of the Australian Open on ESPN, he mentioned that he actually spoke to Yannick about how high he thought Joao Fonseca would go. And then he said that Yannick Sinner said that Joao Fonseca would be top 25 by the end of the year. At the time, Joao Fonseca was outside the top 130 players in the world. Yeah. And he predicted he would end the year in top 25. Yeah. I thought I was making a bold prediction. I said Joao Fonseca would be top 40 by the end of the year. Yeah. Yusuf, Joao Fonseca is ending the year number 24 in the world. Yeah. Right as Yannick Sinner predicted. What a hell of a prediction by Yannick Sinner. He nailed it. Yeah. He nailed it. He knew this guy had it and he would be this good this fast. And he also advised Yannick Sinner also advised Joao Fonseca to not go play college tennis and go pro. So how about that prediction from Yannick Sinner? What a beast. Amazing.
Smile, that was a super cool dude moment of the week. But Yusuf, you have a cool one you want to share with us as well?
Yeah, Haroon, because this week we found out living proof as to how hard the ATP Challenger Tour is. Because history was made in Peru, in Lima, Peru, between Tomás Barrios Vera and Juan Bautista Torres. 4 hours and 27
Absolute
minutes.
grind.
The longest
Absolute
match
grind.
in the history of ATP Challenger Tour was played in Lima, Peru. And this battle was iconic. It went 7-6, 7-6, 7-6, 7-6, 12-10 in the final set tiebreak. And if you watch the final point of this match, you can see these guys screaming. And I'm going to try to be quiet here so we can insert the video and you can hear these guys scream. Because these guys were going through pain. And Vera Barrios was able to take this one down in the end. And you can see the relief. But this was proof. This was iconic. This was so special. This was a nice example because everyone, you talk to anyone on tour and they tell you winning on the ATP Challenger Tour is insanely tough. And this one took 4 hours and 27 minutes from Barrios Vera to do it. He was able to do it. And as it stands now, he won the semifinals. Let's see what he goes on to do after that. But iconic run, iconic match. Barrios Vera and Torres, we tip our caps to you because 4 hours and 27 minutes in 3 sets played is absolutely insane. And that's a gladiator type of match.
Gladiator match. Absolute tennis dudes. Tennis dudes. Love it. Love it.
Unbelievable.
Glorious.
These are some great cool dude. These are some great cool dude moments, guys. Guys, share in the comments what you guys think about those. If you have also some other cool dude moments you want to share with us, let us know in the comments. That was some good stuff, guys.
Sensational. But guys, it is time for the moment I wait for every single episode, and that is my favorite segment, Overreaction or Not. I'm going to tell you guys something based on what happened this week, and you let me know, is this an overreaction or is it not? First up, Smail. Unfortunate that my favorite player is going to be mentioned here, but that is Lorenzo Musetti will never beat Novak Djokovic again. Overreaction or not?
It's so painful because he's 1-9 against Novak, so he did get one, but he's like 0-5 in his last time I think he played him, and so it's tough battles every time. But Yusuf, he comes out on the short end of the stick every single time, and at this point, I really feel like Novak's in his head the same way he's in Taylor Fritz's head.
Come on,
like it's a big deal. But I have to say, the battles are so much closer than they are with Fritz. And Musetti was right there the whole match. And, you know, Novak had to really fight with all his power for this one. And so, no, I think Musetti is going to be able to convert soon. And he can change the tide of this rivalry.
So not an overreaction.
Not an overreaction.
Overreaction.
Overreaction. Overreaction.
How do an overreaction or not?
I think this is... I think this is not an overreaction. I don't think it's not an overreaction. I think Novak was able to beat Musetti in all his forms on all different surfaces. And if he wasn't able to beat him right now at the best season he played in his entire life, making an ATP titles, ATP Finals level, like, come on, when are you going to beat him? Like, does he have to be 45 for you to beat him? He's never going to beat him.
No, Arun, don't say that.
Yusuf, let me correct. He's 0-6 in his last 6 times against Novak.
He's close. Novak is moving up in the age bracket. Lorenzo Musetti's becoming, like you said, more wise. He's healthy, he's stronger, he's more fit.
Yeah, that would be great in coaching, not as a player.
No, I think Lorenzo Musetti is a potential Grand Slam champion. And I think that requires mental fortitude to take down someone like Novak Djokovic, even though at 38 or 39 or 40 years of age. No, Lorenzo Musetti will make this happen someday, somehow. This is an overreaction.
Okay.
Next one, Harun, coming to you. Novak Djokovic just won his 101st title. So my statement is, Novak Djokovic will beat Roger Federer's record of 103 career titles by next year. Overreaction or not?
This is not an overreaction. This is not an overreaction. The dude is locked and loaded. He's the GOAT. He's playing amazing. This is a career year, by the way, for any other player. But this is him a down year, you would say, by the way, because him like only winning one title this year.
Two.
He has two.
Geneva,
Sorry, you won Geneva as well. But so I think if he's not going to retire in 2026, then he's going to come locked and loaded, and you should be afraid of him eating up many more titles. So I think winning 2 more titles or 3 to break the record, I don't think it's tough for this guy.
Is it overreaction or not?
You know, it's a worthy overreaction statement because he won 2 this year.
Yeah.
He only won the Paris Olympics last year.
Yeah.
So he's not like raking in the titles like he was in 2023 when he had 7.
He's playing more 250s this year.
He's playing more 250s, but you know what?
Like both 250s that he won, okay, go ahead.
Nah, he will. No, I think he will tie this record this year.
Beat this record.
Beat the record. More than 2 titles next year.
Yep.
Yes, I will say not an overreaction. I think he will do it.
Yeah.
He might play a couple more 250s to get it, by the way. But no, Novak Djokovic will surpass this record.
Well, I think Federer has 10 more 250s than Novak, so he has every right to go down to the 250s and try to do that. You know what Novak Djokovic is trying to do in the best way possible, in the nicest way possible? He's trying to erase Roger Federer from all the record books. He is removing everything with Roger Federer's name on it, and I think he is trying to remove his name from this one too, and he wants to surpass him there. I think Novak Djokovic has so many things that ignite him inside, and this is one of them. When he won number 100, it was a big moment for him, and he wants to surpass Roger, and I think he even wants to surpass Connors.
I think he's coming for Connors.
I think he
Connors
wants
at 109.
Yeah.
Novak is coming for Jimmy Connors.
So I say Novak the next year, 3 titles. Yeah, yes, give me Novak Djokovic for 3 titles next year. This is not an overreaction.
I like it.
I think because if you won everything, then you have to look for just outrageous records to start to beat, to break. That's the only way you can find the motivation to go again. If you won everything, then you're just gonna look for, okay, I'm gonna be the most. I won the most matches ever, most titles ever, most games. You have to go look it down in history books.
I love that there's some records he can be motivated to pursue. Because he needs them, and so I love it that it's out there.
And especially if it has Roger Federer's name on it. So well, how about this one, Smail? We just saw her pull off an amazing week in Riyadh. Elena Rybakina will fight for world number 1 next year. Overreaction or not?
It's not overreaction, Yusuf. This is now, we've seen Rybakina end the year so positively a couple of times now. And when she's playing this level of tennis at her best or near her best, she's unplayable. Today she was unplayable for the world number 1 in Aryna Sabalenka. So absolutely, this is not an overreaction. She's hitting forehands harder than Sinner, I think. So no, she's definitely can compete for world number 1.
Haroon, overreaction or not?
Don't fall into this trap. This is an overreaction. Do not fall into this trap. This is an overreaction. She does not have the consistency. She has the game. She has all-around game. She's an amazing player. But do not fall into the trap of thinking she can compete for world number 1 because she does not. She's not as consistent as Aryna Sabalenka or Iga or Coco Gauff because she's show you amazing level, but then she's going to dip and completely disappear the week later. So I will not fall into this trap. It's an overreaction.
Wow.
You know, if she's able to be healthy, she said she has a shoulder issue. If she's going to be healthy, now she's in the off season, so she'll be able to recover. She had lots of turbulence outside of the court this entire season, and she was able to win a few titles. She was able to win one of the biggest tournaments we have. So yes, Elena Rybakina is capable of fighting for world number 1. If she has consistency and can stay healthy, she's going to be able to do it. This is not an overreaction. She is one of those players that can fight. But the thing is, there are other girls out there who want that. Anisimova's coming. She is coming, by the way, for that. Coco is going to come. Iga's going to be trying to fight her way back. There's going to be a big fight for that world number 1 spot, but I think Elena Rybakina is a worthy person to be in that race. So this is not an overreaction.
I think so. I think she can contend.
The last one, Haroon, and it's a tough one, but it's an interesting one. The 2025 season was disappointing for Aryna Sabalenka. Overreaction or not?
No, making 2 finals and making a semifinal and then winning a slam. like just
Three
only
Grand
looking
Slam
at slams.
finals. Australian Open, Roland
Yeah,
Garros,
and winning
Open.
one of them. So just only looking at slams, that is a unbelievable year. So it is not a disappointing year at all. I think she got the throne of of becoming the best player in the world #1. So and you won one slam and made it to 3 finals and a semifinal of another. So no, I think this is an overreaction. It's not a disappointing season for her at all. This is a great year.
Smile, overreaction.
Super overreaction. Come on. She's had such an amazing season. We have to give her credit for, because 3 Grand Slam finals, final of the WTA Finals, year-end world #1. Sure, there were some moments that she regrets and some titles she wished she could have captured, but this is such an amazing season, and she shouldn't be disappointed. Come on, awesome season.
It's a nice season.
You're going?
It's a nice season. But she wants slams. She's like someone like Novak, like Sinner, like Alcaraz, where making the final is a failure to her. And she expects herself to be lifting these big trophies.
She does.
So Aryna Sabalenka, this 2025 season is one that she can look at the glass half full, but I think for her, she's disappointed. And this is a disappointing season because 3 slams were possible. She went out with 1, barely won. No WTA finals, losing there. She's not happy with making it to the finals of these big tournaments. She wants to win them. So I actually think for Aryna Sabalenka, this is a disappointing season, and this is not an overreaction.
Okay.
But to be fair though, like Aryna Sabalenka had this semi-final.
But that's the standard she set, Harun. She's up
Sure,
there
but
with the greats.
she set the standard like a few years ago. It's not like she's been doing this for 10 years where she's always on top and it's either slam or busts. Like she just started winning slams 2 years ago, like in 2023 or first.
That's the level that she's at now. I'm not looking at 2 years ago. I'm
Sure.
looking at the here and now.
Sure,
the here and now says that Aryna Sabalenka, whenever she loses a Grand Slam final, she is absolutely pissed by the result. And
sure,
that's not someone who's saying, "Oh, that was a good season." No, this is someone who wants so much more.
Yeah, no, but if you're gonna look at the whole season in the end and see all of the results of the entire year, you think, wow, we did a lot of things this year. If I'm part of her team, yes, maybe in the moment you think we failed, but she's not on the same level as Novak. So she's still building that career. I won't say like Novak, it's slam or bust, if you don't win a slam, you failed.
It is slam or bust for her. It is.
Well, she defended her U.S. Open title, by the way, this year, which is a big achievement.
She lost the Roland Garros final. She lost the Australian Open final. She lost the WTA Finals. This is not what she expects of herself. So
she wasn't making any of these finals before. Like this is the first time for her to make these. Sure, but this is only since 2023 where she started.
I don't understand
passing
this
that
point though of this 2023 thing. This is who she is. This is who she is now.
2020, like these are the 2023, 2024, 2025. That's
I could say the same, Harun, for Alcaraz and Sinner. They just started winning in 2023.
Yeah.
Or at least Yannick.
2022.
Yeah, Yannick at least wasn't there before 24. So
yeah,
but the standard go up, then they expect much more.
But if you win one slam, like you think, if you just win one slam, you failed. Your season failed. Like if Alcaraz only having 52 wins and 2 slams like last year, that was a great season if you ask me. 2 slams and 52 wins, great.
Yeah, it was a great season. She has 1 though. She doesn't have 2. She has 1. She lost 2 others. She lost 3 big finals this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair points. Fair points.
And that's not me. I think she's world #1. She's by far the best player in the world. But to her, yes, she should. She's disappointed in how this season panned out.
Well, we can.
Well, you guys need to let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. What do you guys think? And in the meantime, we like to let you know where we got it right and where we were wrong, and keep it transparent and 100 on this show. Where we were wrong, well, regarding ATP Athens, we were all right.
Yes. The unanimous curse did not take place.
It did not.
Novak Djokovic is the only one capable. I guess him and Yannick Sinner also.
And Carlitos
capable. And Carlitos. Actually, not Carlitos, because I don't know if we went unanimous Carlitos. But we did go with Novak. We did go with Yannick. And proof, it doesn't work with them.
We all had Novak winning that, and he locked that one up.
Yes, sir.
In dramatic fashion. in the ATP 250 in Metz in Moselle. Well, guys, you were both wrong, unfortunately.
I was close.
Yeah, you had Auger Aliassime, who never set foot there. So I guess in one way you are right.
I am.
Because we don't know.
He did win in the end.
Yeah.
He won this week.
He won
on the court.
He won big. Harun, you had Sasha Bublik. Unfortunately, he bowed out early.
Yes, sir.
To a lucky loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was shocking.
Who lost to your boy Ismail, who lost to your champion, who you predicted correctly. Tien lost to Tien in the semifinals. And that was a great prediction by you, Ismail.
Yeah.
So you're 2 for 2. You've been having a great success rate as of quite some time. So we have to give you credit there.
Thank you.
If anybody needs to predict the future, to go to you right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was right about the Tien. Can I get some credit? How amazing was that of a pick?
I have to say, you started off
Great
the
pick.
season with a random ATP 250 and picking the correct winner by Gael Monfils. And you end the season in a random ATP 250 and you pick Tien. So you start off with a high and you end with a high. Congrats to you.
I should go home like Novak and just to wrap it
Yeah,
up.
you should wrap up the season. Do you want to wrap up the season?
No, I don't.
Or do you want to make some picks?
No, I still want to.
Do you want to make some picks, Harun?
I want to make some picks. But that Tien pick, man, oh man, did it feel good. To
was-
go 100% on my picks this week, it felt good, guys.
Okay, you deserve to gloat. You deserve the praise. You deserve everything that's coming your way this week. And it's time for the last time in the 2025 season. We are making the pick for the winner of the ATP Finals tournament in Turin. The best 8 players in the world, minus Novak Djokovic because he decided not to go. Ismail, Harun, are you guys ready to make your picks?
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ismail, it's finally upon us. The best 8 in the world for the champion of the biggest and the best tournament of the season, the ATP Finals in Turin. Who is your champion?
It's very hard to make this pick when there's only one pick that you can make. It's absolutely Mr. Fantastic, Jannik Sinner. He's going to absolutely blaze through everyone along his path. Year-End World No.1 is on the line. He will not flinch, as he does not flinch when it comes to any tournament on indoor hard, especially if there are stakes. This one is going to be an absolutely night. I fear for everyone who will step on the court with him. There are going to be so many bagels and breadsticks given out.
Really?
Mr. Jannik Sinner is bringing the bakery to his hometown of Italy. The crowd is going to be behind him. This is going to be unreal, the level that we're going to see from him. It's Yusuf, I don't see it any other way.
Holy glaze, Harun. Who's your champion?
Holy glaze. Give me some of those glazed donuts. I'm with him on that glaze. Jannik Sinner. I said Jannik Sinner is going to lift the title of the world No.1. He's also going to lift the title of the ATP Finals. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath. He's going to kill. He's going to put guys into depression. He's going to make guys leave Turin and instead of eating pizza and being happy left with nice dopamine, they're going to be left with depression. How am I a tennis player? I can't compete with this guy. And I think that Jannik Sinner is going to be put on an amazing clinic. He doesn't feel the same emotions we feel. He's an absolute assassin. He's a psychopath. He is not going to stoop down to the levels of the other players. He's going to destroy. So I think Jannik Sinner is going to lift this title. It's going to be absolutely amazing and glorious.
Yusuf, your
You
shot.
know, there are very few players in my lifetime that play tennis when they go to the ATP Finals, and I have them as a clear lock, not only to win the tournament, but to blaze through everyone in their path. And there is nobody, and I mean nobody, in this tournament that is capable of competing with Jannik Sinner in indoor hard. And this man is going to win this tournament in such comfortable fashion. And he did it last year, and he's going to do it this year. And I have no idea when anyone is going to come close to even competing with him in the near future. Jannik Sinner is going to continue to own this tournament as if it's a 250, as if it's an ATP 250 in Basel for Roger Federer. He's going to own this tournament like it's, oh, this is my home tournament. No, this is the ATP Finals where the best 8 in the world are playing. He continues to treat this tournament as if it's not that big, and he goes through everyone like it's nothing. He's going to win 5 matches. He's going to beat everyone in his path, and he's going to end this season on a, 28-match win streak to end the 2025 season in style. I don't know about world No.1, but ATP Finals champ back-to-back, lock it. It's happening.
It's unreal. It's really going to be unreal. Like, and also the aura that he has when he plays in Turin is wild. You remember last year the footage, just when they would see, they're serenading him, and the moment he walks on court, they go wild, and the paparazzi and the camera and the lights, and just they are going to support him like bad.
This is a man who doesn't need home court advantage, Harun, and he has the home court advantage from the Italian crowd. By the way, it turns into it's such an electric atmosphere, and I'm going to say it's so intimidating for the other players on the court. Like, you already have this giant on the other side who has no idea how to lose on this type of surface, and then add to that he has the crowd.
No,
best of luck.
I think
best of luck to
honestly,
whoever's.
I think it's so unfair that this tournament's in Italy.
It has to move.
It has to.
If they want somebody to win this tournament other than Jannik Sinner, it needs to move from Italy.
It has to move.
Yeah.
Let's move it to Madrid.
No.
At least Carlitos can challenge him. But like
London. Back to London. London was iconic.
I was gonna say like move it to Canada or something.
No.
The lowest seed on the.
Go back to London. O2 Arena, iconic. That's where the best battles happened between Roger with Novak.
Shanghai
with
was
Andy.
amazing, by the way. Shanghai
Shanghai
awesome.
was iconic too, but Shanghai, yeah, but like I feel like for me the O2 Arena was iconic.
They were
Maybe let's go
O2
back
in Shanghai, like Federer in Shanghai was iconic.
Back when
like
the courts were purple.
It
was fun.
It's just he doesn't need the crowd. Like, it's unfair to have the crowd. It's so unfair. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Bagels are coming.
He doesn't need crowds.
I don't know about bagels. But
I guarantee you, brother, bagels are coming. I guarantee you there's at least one bagel. Someone is going to get fed a nice bagel.
Who?
I don't know. It might be the first match. Whoever is the unfortunate man who has to step into the arena against Jannik Sinner in the first match.
Let's see.
He's committing crimes on live television and he doesn't feel remorse.
It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be so fun though, because the year-end world #1 chase.
I've been waiting for this week for a long time.
It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun.
I can't wait to see who advances. Can't wait for us to talk about again after the group stages. But Smite, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll see you guys after the group stages, and there are so many nice matches coming our way. Let us know in the comments what you think of our picks. And if you enjoyed this, you really need to go check out our recent interview with Coach Christoph Vliegen. He's the former head coach of Talent Griekspoor. He brought him all the way up into the rankings to top 30. Coaching now Alex Mikkelsen, has experience with Zizou Bergs, bringing him into the top 50, leading him to his first title. You're really going to enjoy that interview. And he talked about his coaching career and also his playing career, playing the best of the best in Rafa and Federer and Novak. You're going to love it. And stay tuned. Subscribe for all your tennis stories here. And we'll see you right after the group stages for what's to come next in the ATP Finals.
Have a good night. Good night. Good night. Very good night.